Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. My name is Stephanie and I will be your yoga teacher for today. So this one's going to be all about strengthening our hip flexors here. We use our hip flexors a lot when we walk, when we run, just average day-to-day life, standing, sitting. So this is going to be a way to really focus in and strengthen and stretch them. We're going to start in standing. So go ahead and meet me on your mat, your most beautiful standing position. You can go ahead and root down through the feet, beginning to feel that ground, having your back, slight bend in those knees, rolling the shoulder blades back, growing the head nice and tall, closing the eyes down. And maybe setting an intention here. I am strong. I am powerful. Those would be good ones. How does that resonate with you? Nice big inhales through the nose, making sure to fill up the belly. And deep exhales through the nose, letting it all out. We're going to start with a standing quad stretch. So we're just going to kick that right foot back and grab it with our hands or our hand. You don't have to grab it with both. So we're going to play with the flexion of the pelvis. So we're bringing the pelvis up towards the face, and this foot or this leg is wanting to pull forward. And that's exactly what we want to happen. We want the pelvis to be lifted towards the face, and then we pull the quad back. This is going to allow the stretch to happen in the hip flexors, which is what we're going for. So don't allow the pelvis to tilt backwards. Keep the pelvis forwards, lifted towards the face. So we're not dumping in the pelvis like this, because this allows the foot to easily go backward. We're pulling. So we're kind of having this resistance action happening. While we pull with our hands, our hip flexors trying to do the work. So nice. Breathing, finding that gazing point. Oh, yeah, it's nice. Release. We're going to come to the other side. So go ahead and kick that left leg back. Same things here. We want to pull that pelvis towards the face, which is going to pull that knee forward. And then try with your hands to pull it back. Very nice activation right in that front left leg, which is where our hip flexors sit. Breathing, finding that gazing point, finding that balance. A chair would be nice. Ah, beautiful. Release. Go ahead and send those arms up. Just going to do a sun A here and come into our forward fold. Ragdoll here, allowing that spine to become nice and heavy. Nice sway left to right. Nice bend in those knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step the right foot back, and then the left foot. Lower down the knees, the chest, and the chin. Roll through into our cobra. And then we're going to meet in a downward facing dog. Beautiful. Go ahead and give your dog a nice little walk here. First down dog of the day. Pivoting between opposite feet. Should feel really lovely. I'm going to bend those knees and we're going to hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Arms come all the way up overhead. Exhale them down through heart center. Beautiful. So we're going to do some leg raises. So hands on the hips. And let's go ahead and bring this right leg up. and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it to the side. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to center. Hold and release. Very nice. Let's go ahead and hop right on over to the other side. Left leg raises and we pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the front. Maintaining that balance. And release. Very nice. We're going to go ahead and come on down into all fours. Making sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrist and the hips are over the knees. We're just going to take some cat-cows here. So go ahead on an inhale. We drop that belly, lift that chest. Exhale, we round. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we round. Go ahead and do this a few times, matching up with your own breath. And we're all going to meet back in our tabletop here. So we're going to take the right leg out, back, and we're going to keep the foot active. So we want the feet pointing down or pointing forward like the plantar flex, but I'd rather see it pointed towards the ground. And here we go. We're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Let's take fire hydrant. So bend that knee, take it out to the side, and let's pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Hold. Take it back. Breathe. Release. Beautiful. Other side. Kick that left leg back. And let's pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. To the side for our fire hydrant. Bend that knee. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Release. Sit back. Child's pose. Oh, yes. So very nice. Get that forehead to the mat. Inhale and exhale here. And we'll allow an inhale to roll us back up into our all fours position. Once you get here, we're going to go ahead and step that right foot in between the hands. And an inhale can rise you up to low lunge. Arms can go up overhead. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring this left fist to this left booty. Right hand on this right knee. Keep the chest lifted and just try to press this left hip forward. Stretching through that hip flexor on the left. Breathe. Push back, half splits. Making sure the hips are square. Okay, so now we're going to try to lift this front leg 5 times. Just little pulses like we did with the leg raises. This is probably going to challenge you, and that's okay, because that's what we're here to do. So let's just give it a go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll back into that lunge, and then step it back. All fours. Beautiful. Once you feel good, we're going to bring that left one forward in between the hands. Allow your inhale to rise you up here. Whew. Low lunge. Beautiful. Go ahead and bring that right fist to that right booty. Left hand, left knee. Just push, slight pressure on that right hip to flex through that hip flexor. Making sure that the front body is growing nice and tall and lifted. We're not dumping or collapsing. Beautiful. Hands to the mat. Push back, half splits. Making sure those hips are square. And we're going to do the famous pulses again. So whenever you're ready, we're just going to go for 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. You see the lift isn't very big, and that's okay. Roll forward. Oh yeah, step back into our all fours. Go ahead and lower down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. Focusing on those hip flexors down there. Maybe not bending as much through the back. Maybe feeling this more in the hip flexors by digging the hips into the mat. And release. Let's do one more cobra. Inhale, rise up. Oh yeah. Very nice. All right, so we're going to try for bow. Once again, we are not trying to do back bends today or heart openers, so we are going to really try to get into the hip flexors in bow. So the best way to do that, come onto your belly, reach around for those ankles or those feet. And when we kick up, we're going to be focused more on the legs. Keep the knees together, kick the legs up. This is going to stretch through the hip flexors by kicking these legs up. So don't worry about the back. Making sure you are breathing here. Release. Oh yeah. Maybe windshield wiper. Those hips, a little action there. Should feel very, very, very yummy. Go ahead and sit up. And we're going to come into our cheerleader pose. So right leg is in front. Left leg is bent beside of us. So we have done these on the channel before. So we're just going to bring our hands here beside our left leg and here beside our right leg. And we're going to try to raise this leg up only 5 times. We got this. Let's just try. And ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See? Nice. Let's switch legs. So left leg's going to be out front, right leg's going to be beside of us. Once you feel good with this positioning, go ahead and bring the hands to the mat. Upper body's nice and lifted. And let's raise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very, very, very nice. Go ahead and swing those legs around. Coming in for a seated forward fold. And you got it. We're not folding. We're doing leg lifts. So if you want to sit up on a block, that would be helpful here. Otherwise, we're just going to try to do leg lifts here. So we've done them standing. We've done them in an all fours. So now let's try to power them up from a completely seated position. Pointed, flexed, whatever feels better for you. Hands come to the mat right here in front of you, wherever feels good, but right here is going to feel the best, I promise. Okay, let's start with the right leg. I like to point them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it up. Let it shake. Watch it shake. Good leg. And release. Let's do the other side. Left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Watch it shake. Acknowledge the shake. Release. Beautiful. So we're going to try both legs. And you got it. Then we're going to try to push ourselves up with both legs lifted. We're just playing. We're just having fun. It's okay. All right. So point those feet. And 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew, those are killer core work too. Okay, if you would like some blocks here, this would be rather helpful. We are also not going for what this pose looks like. We are just challenging ourselves and playing with ourselves to do our best. So let's see how it feels to try to raise up both of these legs now. I couldn't talk and do that. So go ahead. Give yourself a pat on the back if you just did that with me. 2 or 3 seconds of hold. Great. Let's go ahead. We're going to fold now. Inhale those arms up. Hinging at the hips. And we come forward. Oh, yeah. Keeping the gaze forward. Maybe taking a nice little foot massage. Showing yourself some love here. Next, we're coming in for plank. And we're just going to do some knee to nose action, a little more core work, and then we'll be almost done. So roll up, mermaid those legs around back. Hands are about hip width apart, feet go back. Now we're just going to do knee to nose, and we're going to hold. We're going to squeeze up that knee as far up as we can get it into the chest. So go ahead, right knee to nose and squeeze, hold, pulling up on that leg as far up as you can get it to pull. Breathing, holding or clenching the breath. Release. Other leg, left leg. Hug it in. Squeeze it. Use that power. You have it. Use it. Pull up. You got it. Breathe. No holding, no clenching, and release. Go ahead and bring those knees down. And mermaid those legs back. We're coming on to our backs. If you want to rock and roll, now would be the perfect time to get you some rock and roll in. Oh yeah, and then we're going to come in for our bridge. So feet land. And feel for those heels here. And the first one, we're just going to tilt the pelvis towards the face and allow the stretch to happen. So inhale, we rise by lifting the pelvis towards the face. We just breathe, feeling this action happening right where we want it to. Release. Go ahead and windshield wiper those legs left to right here. So this one we can come up into a full bridge if you like. Making sure you can feel those heels. Engaging those glutes and thighs to rise you up. And breathe. Welcome the shake. Release. And go ahead and take that windshield wiper. You are amazing. Strengthening and stretchy. Of course, I would recommend you to do the hip flexor stretch soon after doing the strengthening, just to make sure they don't get nice and tight. All right, we're coming in for Shavasana. It'll be a short one, so let's enjoy it. Legs out long, tucking those shoulder blades, palms face up. Feel the buzz. Feel all that energy you cultivated vibrating your whole being now. Just go ahead and bring your awareness back to the body now. Maybe some wrist circles, some finger arms, wrist circles. Maybe we're all zenned out. We can't talk. Arms overhead. Big reach. And then we'll roll through fetal position and we'll come and meet in our comfy seated position. Whew. My hip flexors feel that. I hope yours do too. Such an important little gadgets that we have in both of our legs, and we should show them more love and appreciation. Thank you so much for joining me today, and remember, you are strong and you are powerful and you can do the hard things. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste.